yeah, I'm like, no, it won't be the same again. Yeah, so when it comes to this whole aspect of vulnerability, maybe, how does a man show that he's vulnerable? And what are some of the fears that maybe men have? And how do we, as women, complement in helping you work around your points of vulnerability, your points of fear?
One, like I said at some point earlier, is men are very vulnerable. And one of the most precious things to a man is ego. You know, how they feel, how they carry themselves. They want to be appreciated and know that they acknowledged at all this. And the moment a man feels his ego is threatened, then they tend to pull back. You know, they pull out and they can't withstand it because it's natural. They want to be protected, to feel that they appreciated all this. Now, for the ladies can contribute to, or women can contribute to this building of this ego and
Okay,
supporting
maybe
this
first
man.
start with what women do wrong. What are some of the things that we say that actually tamper with that ego? And then now how we can correct what we do wrong.
So many, starting with what friend said here, you know, comparing him to other people. You're like shouting at them and behave like this, do like this. That's just one of them. How you treat him and trying to compare him with maybe with other men or other people out there. Then number two is also how you treat him, maybe when you are alone or you are the two of you, how you talk, the conversations that you have. Do you shout? Do you, if he annoys you, how do you respond to the annoyance? Do you shout? Do you throw cups up and place the other side? You know, and then also when he is progressing, he's doing a project maybe, he has gone back to school, he's doing this and this. Do you support them maybe even through words of affirmation? Do you support them through that, or you tell them, you know, you can't make it? If your husband says, I want to do this, and you're like, are you sure? Are you meant for this? You know, those just verbal talks. One is verbal talks, and then number two is also actions, how you act. You know, you may not tell somebody this is wrong, but how you respond, you know, your facial expression, what you do after they have told you I want to do this also matters a lot. And then another thing that I believe also women do wrong is, you know, trying to build expectations that are out of place. You know, you expect too much of this man, you expect too much, and this now brings a lot of pressure to the man that they feel the need to bow out, to move out because of pressuring them too much. Can't we build maybe a 5-bedroom house, whatever this size of a house? Can't we buy this kind of a car? And to find this man, because his resources are not up to that level, then again, they will tend, of course, to pull out, to feel neglected, to feel that their ego is bruised because I can't afford this, and then you're pushing me too much into it. You find all these things affect the ego of a man, or affect how a man behaves in that relationship and how they are going to respond to so many other issues. Now, how do you do it? How should you do it? That should be the question. Point number one is, of course, don't compare your man with anybody else. Men are men, they are different. Each individual has their own personality, has their own character. And by the time you're approaching that man, or by the time he is approaching you and you're accepting that man, of course, you should have known their character, their personality, their traits, and all these things. Therefore, if you have accepted me as a quiet, silent man, I don't expect you not to start expecting me to shout, to parrot, to do all these other things. So number one, appreciate them the way they are. Just accept the reality that their personality demands them to be like that. Then number two, don't put unrealistic expectations on the man, or unrealistic pressure on the man. Grow with the man. You know, life is a journey. It's not a sprint that you wake up today and by evening you should be at the other end of life. No, it's a journey. So grow with that man, support him. Then number three, also support their vision. When they say we want to do this, we want to build here, we want to do this. Now, supporting the vision does not mean you fall for it blindly, because of course men also make mistakes. You can correct and say, you know, this one is wrong, this one I don't think this is right. But how you approach it, don't approach it from a commandeering position. You don't want to command, like, this is wrong, you can't do this. Of course, handle him, converse with him, and show him this is the way. Your vision might be good, but then at the end of the day, it's not achieving maybe our family goals, our family visions, and all these things. And then one last thing, of course, is be the last person that man wants to stand around or to be around with. Of course, offer the shoulder for him to lean on. You know, when the man goes out there, the world is so brutal. You know, they meet a lot of issues, resistance, rejections, and all these things. the last thing that I will expect as a man is to find rejection also at home. You know, I'm being rejected out there, being beaten out there, doing all these things around working, and then I come home and you want to treat me also like the rest of the world. So at the end of the day, be the last pillar of support that he can run to when everything else is falling apart.
Okay, wow, amazing. I think at this point in time, we need to take some water because we have spoken and the wisdom is just overflowing. Tunahitaji kurelax kiasi.